Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. The next 3 videos are gonna be like in a series because I talked a lot about my kids and stuff, but I haven't really talked about the whole pregnancy process, which is, I think, it's part of the motherhood journey. So the next 3 videos are gonna be about the pregnancies. Not so much about the labor and delivery part because that's gonna be another series of 3. But about the pregnancy part, I'm gonna talk today. Let's get right into it. So my first daughter was born in 2010. So that was an interesting year for us. I was just moving into Canada. We're in the process of being me being accepted as a resident in the country. Right before I came in, that's when the earthquake, you may or may not know the earthquake that hit Haiti in January of 2010. That was very traumatic experience. I can call it, yes, I think I can call it that, because my husband had lost his dad, so I lost my father-in-law in the earthquake, and that hit us pretty hard because it was so unexpected and we have never heard of an earthquake in Haiti up until that point, at least not to that magnitude. Because of that, we end up being in a little financial distress, I'm gonna call it, and all of that happened right after we found out that we were expecting. My husband was going to school up until then, and then suddenly he can go to school, he doesn't have a job. I couldn't work yet. Needless to say, there was quite a bit of pressure in the beginning of that pregnancy there. My medical appointments were made and I had to pay for them because I didn't have the medical care yet. It was interesting. I think I must have been about 4 months pregnant or 5 months maybe when I heard the heartbeat for the first time. Let me tell you what a gift that was. I could already feel kicks before I heard the heartbeat, and you know, it was special. Throughout the whole pregnancy, I was low in iron, so I was anemic. I had to take extra iron. And that's normal, you know. In most pregnancies, it's very normal for somebody to experience that. So it wasn't a surprise for me. I wasn't nervous or anything. I already knew I was prone to be anemic even without being pregnant, so it made all the more sense for me to take supplements right away. I'm just going based on what happened, 7 years ago? I remember that glucose test, the first time I had it. Everybody telling me how awful it was gonna be. It was going to be like the worst thing ever, and honestly, the first time I tasted it, and it really tasted like pop. So I'm like, okay, I don't see what's such a big deal about it. Yeah, stay tuned for that story by pregnancy number 3. Long story short, I got my glucose test, everything was fine. My diet wasn't the greatest diet, and I wasn't living an active lifestyle during that pregnancy. As a matter of fact, I wasn't doing any kind of exercise at all. I was actually a bit surprised when the glucose test turned out negative, and there was also a test that the doctor had to run to make sure I wasn't GBS positive, which I ended up being, so I had to have antibiotics at the delivery room before baby came out. I mentioned before how you hear so many unwanted advice and criticisms and stuff. This is when it affects you the most because, okay, it's my first time. I didn't know much about the whole process of being pregnant. I was nervous, I have to admit that. I was very nervous, especially about labor and delivery. Thank goodness my mom helped me out a lot through the process despite the big distance. She's in Miami and I'm here in Canada. It was easy in a way because I never once felt sick. I felt tired. You know, the kind of tired where you just fall asleep in the middle of an important conversation with your husband? Yeah, that was me. Did I mention I had heartburn? Like right from the 2nd trimester all the way to the end. All 3 pregnancies, heartburn. Really bad heartburn that I had to walk around with a box of Tums with me all the time because that's the only one that could give me some relief. Did I have any cravings? Well, for Lauren, I didn't have any cravings. I mostly had aversions. I love ice cream, and you know, I had 1 bucket of ice cream last about 3 months in my freezer. That was funny to see all the changes that happen in your body. And yeah, 1 month I love ice cream, the next I hate it. I remember also for my first pregnancy, there was one particular day that I must have gone to every store or restaurant around my house to find chicken wings, out of all things. And my husband was at work and I told him how I really wanted chicken wings and I couldn't find it anywhere. And well, after his shift at 11 p.m, he brought me some chicken wings. And guess what? I was over it. I didn't want chicken wings anymore. So those were the little things that you remember from 7 years ago that make you smile. That was it. And towards the end, there was a heat wave here, and oh, that made pregnancy interesting. Let me tell you, I slept in the living room with the doors open on the floor. It was fun. Anyway, stay tuned for the labor and delivery part. Got a special surprise for you there. If you have any questions, comments about the whole situations, I welcome any feedback. Please leave them in the comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the family. Would love to see you again. Bye.